So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, and with me now, I've got a special guest. I've got Harley Collison. How you doing, Harley?
Yes, mate. Very well. Thanks for having me on, Joel.
Yeah, all good, mate. Thank you very much for your time. Where are you, mate? Garage?
I'm in my garage, mate. I'm trying to get a peace and quiet. I've got my layers on. It's like got a little bit fresh out there now, so which I quite like, to be honest. I like this
Yeah.
time of year.
Does that make it
So
easier for training, like this sort of weather?
yeah, I suppose so. I mean, hey, I'm not going to complain when it's hot and sunny. Let's don't get me wrong. Like I love all
Yeah,
that, but yeah, it does. I'm more in my zone in the winter. I like to get up early before anyone else is up, and it's dark and it's cold and it's fresh, and you just feel a bit more alive when you're out and about doing your thing. So yeah, I do like this time.
no, definitely, mate. I don't blame you. My wife's like a autumn person, rather than
Yeah.
too hot, too cut. Well, I don't. I just don't get it right. I don't think, mate. But um, yeah. When did it all start for you then, Harley? When did you first start boxing?
I first started. I probably didn't put a pair of gloves on until I was about 20. Um, Progressed from pumping weights, wasn't quite cutting it. Got into boxing just to let off a bit of steam. And then I spent about 5 years doing, one or two fights a year, like white collar, nothing serious. I wasn't really looking to take it any further. And then I've done about 13 white collars up until maybe about three years ago. And then I just thought, you know what, like let's have a crack at this. So I've done an amateur season and with the intentions of getting my license. And I sort of threw myself in there against like some really good lads straight away. Ended up representing the Southern Counties in like an amazing tournament hosted by the Army. And that was, against some real top level lads, basically the top lads in the country. And I held my own, mate. And yeah, I've just been flying since then, really. Had my debut in July, and yeah, and then I'm three fights in now. So
So yeah, so you've kind of baptism by fire, really, haven't you? You've gone from the white collar scene into fighting some of the tough lads, as you say. The army produced some absolute uh, solid lads out there, don't they? So you've kind of
oh
chucked
yeah,
yourself right in there.
100%. And to be honest, that's what I'm about, really. Before I used to use boxing as like 3 months out of the year I have a fight, and then that's a few months out of the year that I'm focused, I'm disciplined, and I'm living a better life. And gradually I've matured, and the discipline comes easier. And I'm 30 years old now, and I want to give it a go. I love it. It's my life, and training has always been my life. But now I've got the opportunity to make it my living. And like, just all I want to do, mate, is just push myself. And like I have been, I'm throw myself into everything. And it's pretty much what I've done so far. Like, I've done my first fight, which was a journeyman, which we all do. And
Yeah.
then I didn't muck around. I could have tried to build a record, but for me, I just threw myself straight in with a 50-50 fight, against a good opponent. And I've just been, that's the way I want to do it. I'm not here to muck around. I want to do it like the old school boys do it. And I don't care about losing my zero. It's about being in some good fights.
Do you know what? You don't realise how, Harley, how refreshing it is to hear that, especially in sort of the day and age of boxing at the moment. We're looking at a lot of stuff going on, a lot of crossover stuff and all that jargon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think in the last year or two, we have been, or probably since COVID, to be fair, we have seen more of those 50-50s because people have had that time to reflect and look at stuff and go, actually, I've lost those years of my life. I didn't have the
Yeah.
option to really do anything. And now I've got to go for it. That was 2 years out of people's careers where they couldn't do anything.
100%.
And now they've got that opportunity to sort of go, right, now I've got to take this. And there's, big fights that have been over that time. And obviously you're one of those lads that are looking to do the same thing. You're 30 now. So you're probably thinking, you probably won't have the same wear and tear as a lot of guys that have had huge amateur careers. So you're coming in fresh guy. You just want to get stuck in, give it your all while you're here, basically.
That's it, mate. Like, they've got nothing. There's nothing really on the internet about my fights or nothing like that. I'm no one, come out of nowhere, and I think people, even after the last two fights I had, they're starting to realize what I'm about, and they might look at my amateur record and think, oh, this is an easy win for us, but I'm coming there to win, and I'm laying it on people, and it's ruining their game plan. I'm mixing it with some good lads here. Like, I don't know if you've seen the last two bouts I've done.
Yeah, I saw. Obviously, you had your pro debut, which you won on points, which was June, wasn't it? And then you
Yeah.
had Danny Boyle in September, well, 16th of September. But then, to be fair, you went out straight the week after as well, which is mad.
Yeah, so I took that fight, up at York Hall. Like, that was, ideal. Tick off York Hall, my second fight. That was great for me. And I went up there, I only brought 5 or 6 people with me. The guy was like a ticket seller. I'd seen a few things online. He thought he was going to knock me out. They gave me like 5% odds and all this crap. And I went in there and I got a draw as an away fighter, which, we all know is almost a win.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the decision. Like, I'm not really that way inclined. Like, it was a draw. It was a close fight. Maybe on a home show, it would have gone my way. I've offered him a rematch because in a interview he was saying that he would like a rematch and all this, but I haven't heard anything back. I'm not particularly fussed.
Take that as a no, then, Harley.
Well, I don't know what's been decided. I said have it over 6 rounds in Bournemouth, and I don't know whether that's been put to his management or not. But I'm game, and like I say, I had a few days off. I come back, then on the Thursday, the Thursday, I got a message saying that a local show, a lad who's a 3 times ABA champion, he's on I think it's his 4th pro fight, and his opponent's dropped out, and they need someone to come in and give him a fight. And I said, you know what I mean? Like, definitely, that's what I'm here to do. So yeah, I had 2 fights in 1 week, and bloody hell, that one there was a war. Like, and I laid it on him, and again, I didn't get the decision, but I think I won a lot of fans there that night because I pressed the pace, and no one knew who I was when I rolled out there, and I think they definitely did by the end of it. And whether I got the decision or not, it doesn't bother me. I had a good fight, and I'm getting a few more people to notice me, and it's only good publicity. Like I said, I'm here to fight. I'm not here to muck around. So I'm going to take these fights.
Yeah, and as you say, certainly not mucking around, jumping out the weekend after, and especially getting the fight on the Thursday, and what you fought on the Saturday. So
yeah, on the Saturday. So obviously, I wasn't expecting to. I had a bit of a binge eat. Do you know what I mean? I've been munching out. I've been like,
don't we all, mate? Don't we
whatever.
all?
I hadn't been training, and then I was like, you know what? Why not? Like like I said, mate, I'm 30. I'm not here to muck around. I've got four good years, maybe, like of prime years of giving everything I got, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, and to be honest, like, yeah, it was a good decision because it was a great fight, and there was a lot of people come up to me after that fight. They saw what I was about, and it's only positive, mate.
Yeah, and as you say, it's more eyes on you. It's more
Yeah.
people are going to look at it and go, well, actually, I'll give Harley an opportunity, or I'll give Harley a go. I can see opportunities there for you. So yeah, why not? As you say, give it your all, mate. Give it your all. As you say, you've got 4 or 5 years where you can chuck literally the kitchen sink at whoever comes along and see what you
That's
get
it.
out.
That's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I'm going to be regretting that, when I'm sat there 40 years old and thinking, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. That's not going to be me. I'm going to know that I give it everything. And yeah, I could have turned over earlier, but it's all a process, mate. Discipline wasn't there when I was younger. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I might have done well, and then I probably would have fucked it up. So
Yeah. Yeah.
like now, I'm at a point in my life where I can sit there and I can train. I'm working my ass off. I'm training my ass off, and then I get home and I'm getting early nights and I'm getting up early, and that's my life, and that's where I want it to be. So yeah, I'm happy at the moment for sure.
So what's happening work wise with you then? Are you still working on the side at the moment, or are you
Oh yeah,
totally gone
definitely,
to?
mate. Definitely. Like I'm working full time. I'm a carpenter.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, you're a busy
I'm
guy then.
working. Yeah, like I haven't made any money out of this boxing. Do you know what I mean? The home shows, like my first fight, that absolutely killed me because you got to pay the house, you got to pay your opponent, and you got to sell a minimum of 100 tickets to cover that before you break even. And that's not including your training camp, and I'm spending bundles of money on petrol, driving here, there, and everywhere, and
Yeah.
organising all sparring, and I haven't really got a coach as such. Like
Hmm.
I've trained with a few different people, so yeah. Look, mate, it is what it is, and it's not easy unless you've got that following already, or you've got some contract or something like that. Like people, they can go and they can get 5-0, 5 journeymen, but it's going to cost them. Do you know what I mean? It's going to cost them a fair decent bit of money, and I'm not about that. Like I'm just here to do what I want to do without it destroying me financially, because I'm not, I'm just here surviving, mate. I'm not I haven't got bundles of money. I've been living like for the last 5 years out of alternative lifestyle. I've been doing up camper vans, lorries, and living off grid, and you know just been enjoying my life. But financially, I'm not set. So yeah, these every single fight, I'm putting my all into it. And if the fight fell through, I'd be like, do you know what I mean? I'd be screwed because with all the money and the time I've invested. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've got one more fight at the end of the year booked in December 8th, and that's a home show. So again, I'm in that position where I'm the home fighter. I've got to sell the tickets, and yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to do enough tickets. I'm trying to get some sponsors on board, and I'm going to finish the year with a good win. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing that people need to understand though. As you know, I was speaking to the last guy about this as well. It's you are the guys that have got to sell the tickets. It's not just people look at boxing, they go, you're going to make money. Yeah, there is money to be made. Don't get me wrong. You know that as well, Harley. But there's so much graft behind the scenes. There's so much, the ticket sales, as you say, the expense across the board. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And don't get me wrong, in the long run, that can pay off. But it's that initial startup. You see a lot of people go into it and go, can't do it. And they become
yeah,
journeymen or whatever they choose to do, or walk away from the sport. But you're there, you're going to give it your best shot. As you say, you're got a great trade behind you as well. That's the important thing I think for people to understand is people can't just drop tools and go straight in and be broke and wish for all the best, basically, isn't it?
yeah.
You've got to have something to fall back on. I think that's the message for the younger lads, isn't it, as well, especially coming
Oh,
into
for
the sport.
sure, yeah.
Have
Like
something, have something.
100%. I think, yeah, for me, obviously, I'd had my trades, and boxing came to me later. So yeah, I can fall back on that, which is ideal. But yeah, like you say, the younger lads that all they've done is boxing. I think it definitely hits people hard. All of a sudden they're in the limelight, they're doing well, and then maybe they take that step back from boxing, and they got to start again. And it's a
Yeah,
difficult, the world's it's a difficult place to get going if you haven't already got your trade and things like that. Like the jobs are, do you know what I mean? It's a minimum sort of wage, and
yeah,
it's hard life. So
100%, hundred
yeah,
percent. But honestly, Harley, yeah, I hope it all goes well for December. As I say, you've got your home show coming up in December. I hope you sell all the tickets, mate. I hope you get the result you want as well. Stay in touch, won't you? And let us know how you get on as well. But
yeah,
mate, it's guys like you that make the sport exciting, the ones that just grab a fight and go, right, yeah, I'm just going to give it my all. Regardless, you know, the result, obviously you get cheesed off if you lose, don't get me wrong, but you learn from it and you go back into the next one tougher and learning as you go. So, yeah,
That's it. Really, mate. Top
massive
man. Cheers,
respect to you,
Carl. Thanks
Harley.
for having me on, mate. Appreciate
No
that.
problem at all. I know we had
Yeah.
trouble getting everything going, but we got there,
Yeah,
mate. We got there.
got a bit
But
stressful, but we're all good. Top man. I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
you for having me on, and yeah, I'll definitely keep in touch, mate. Nice one.
yeah. Thank you very much. And as I
Thank you,
say,
mate.
get behind Harley on his socials. What social media are you on, Harley?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, Harley Collison, and I'm on Instagram, which is V, the letter V underscore hammer 93. And yeah, add me up and see what I'm about. And yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate that.
Honestly, give him your support. Hit the subscribe button as well and check out the rest of the content. But thank you very much, Harley, and I'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
top man. Take it easy, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.